usually when we think about modern shopping, there's this expectation that the internet has just already won.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's like this giant digital tidal wave has just washed over everything, right? You open an app, you have an endless catalog of literally everything in the world, and you just click buy.
Right. I mean, it feels almost inevitable at this point. You get infinite choice, zero friction, and it all just magically arrives at your front door.
Exactly. But then, you look at a physical brick and mortar retail store just standing there on a local street corner, and you really have to wonder,
how do they survive?
right? How does that single physical location actually survive against the endless scroll? It feels a bit like bringing a knife to a laser fight.
Yeah, it really does.
So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are taking you straight into the war room of local retail. We've got our hands on a really fascinating stack of sources.
Very fascinating.
Specifically, it's a highly detailed digital marketing proposal. And this was designed for a Godrej Interio furniture store franchise located in Ayapanagar, Rajahmundry.
And, this document is an absolute goldmine because it moves completely past theory.
Right. It's not just ideas.
Exactly. We are looking at a tactical step-by-step blueprint for real business with real overhead in a Tier 2 Indian city.
So our mission for this deep dive is to essentially deconstruct this proposal. We want to show you exactly how a local storefront can hijack digital tools to beat both online giants and local rivals.
Which is huge.
Yeah, because whether you're a marketer, maybe a local business owner trying to figure out your own strategy, or just someone fascinated by consumer psychology, what we're looking at today is an absolute masterclass.
A masterclass in what specifically?
Well, in converting national brand power into actual physical local foot traffic.
Right. And to really grasp the strategy, we have to establish the baseline first.
Makes sense.
We need to look at what the specific Godrej Interio store, which is located at known 87111 GVS Complex on RTC Complex Road, is currently doing. Because they aren't invisible.
Right, they exist online.
Yeah, they're listed on the official national store locator. They are on directories like Just a Dial and Magic Pin. And they even have their operating hours listed from 11:00 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. all week.
Okay, let's unpack this for a second. Because this baseline is exactly where the proposal identifies a massive trap that so many local franchisees fall into.
Oh, the illusion of visibility.
Yes, exactly. It's the illusion of visibility. A local store relies on the parent company's national success and just assumes the job is essentially done.
They think the big logo will do all the heavy lifting.
Right. And when you look at the numbers in our sources, it is incredibly easy to see why a local owner might get comfortable.
The numbers are massive.
They really are. The National Interio by Godrej Facebook page has roughly, 774,000 followers?
774K.
And they have a 98% recommendation score across over 13,800 reviews.
Which is wild. Those numbers carry serious weight. That represents heavy-hitting institutional brand authority.
Right. Which makes me want to play devil's advocate for a second here.
Go for it.
Wait, with 774,000 followers and a near-perfect rating nationally, why isn't that enough? It's like having a Michelin star for a restaurant chain.
Right, you'd think so.
Shouldn't people just show up to the local branch automatically? You see the big Godrej sign, the corporate entity is good, you just walk in.
Well, what's fascinating here is the concept of the trust halo.
The trust halo, okay.
Yeah, that national Facebook page, the massive follower count, the overall brand reputation, that gives the Rajahmundry store a trust halo. It makes the brand familiar to the consumer.
But familiarity isn't everything, right?
Exactly. Familiarity is not the same thing as localized social proof. When someone is making a high-involvement purchase...
But a huge piece of furniture.
Right, something that costs a significant amount of their monthly income. That national halo just isn't enough to close the deal.
Because I'm not buying a sofa from the national headquarters in Mumbai. I'm buying it from the specific shop down the street in Ayapanagar.
And that fundamentally changes the buyer's criteria. Local buyers in Rajahmundry don't just want to know if Godrej, as a corporation, makes good furniture.
Right. They want to know about the local guys.
Exactly. They want to know if this specific outlet is active today. What does the exact showroom look like right now? Do they have the specific wardrobe model I want actually sitting on the floor so I can look at it?
And what about delivery? Is the team operating out of this store actually reliable?
Precisely. And the proposal points out a glaring gap in their current setup. From the available search results, there is no clearly established, dedicated Rajahmundry store social handle.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a massive spotlight, which is the national brand, but without local reviews or a local social presence, there's just no stage to shine it on.
That's a great way to put it.
All that national trust just kind of dissipates before it ever reaches the street level.
Yeah, because a presence in a local directory like Just Dial does not create a competitive advantage on its own.
It's just a listing.
Right. Unless a Google business profile is actively managed, and by actively managed, the proposal means uploading fresh photos of the actual showroom floor this week, answering customer reviews publicly, posting keyword-rich product updates, and highlighting local services.
If you don't do all that, you're just a dot.
Exactly. The store is just a static pin on a map. It's an informational listing, not a compelling destination.
Well, if the national brand isn't enough to magically capture local demand, that naturally shifts our conversation to who's actually capturing the local attention in Rajahmundry right now.
Somebody is definitely making those sales.
Right. Someone in that city is buying those wardrobes and beds today.
And the proposal breaks this down beautifully by laying out a three-way real competition. The local franchisee isn't just fighting one type of enemy here.
Okay, let's go through them. First, you have the online-first furniture marketplaces.
Right, the big e-commerce giants.
Yeah, the ones with the endless catalogs and the constant push notifications on your phone.
Then, second, you have the organized offline chains.
Okay.
The document specifically calls out Damro as a direct threat.
Damro, right.
If you pull up Damro's Rajahmundry listing on Just Dial, it already shows 62 ratings with a 3.5 score, and they boast extended hours from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Wow. Okay. So that tells us competitors aren't just sitting around. They're highly visible and actively aggregating local reviews to dominate discovery channels.
Exactly. And then third, and this is the real wild card for a structured brand, you have the unorganized, fragmented local retailers.
The mom-and-pop shops.
Right. We're talking about places listed in directories like Home Interiors and Exteriors, SDS Furniture and Hardware, PMR Furniture Mall.
Oh, right. These are shops scattered across commercial pockets like T Nagar, Murty, Sanjeev Nagar, and Gandhipuram.
Yeah, and these local dealers might not have the polished corporate logo, but they fight a brutal ground war.
They compete fiercely on price.
Oh, on price? Absolutely. And crucially, they are highly aggressive with WhatsApp selling and discount-led promotions.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. How does a single franchise store fight that kind of multi-front war? Especially against the endless online catalog.
It's tough.
Because buying a sofa online feels a bit like online dating, right? You have these endless, highly edited options. They look perfect in the photos, but you really don't know what you're actually getting until it arrives at your door.
And then you just have to live with it.
Exactly. So how does the physical store win that fight?
Well, that is the million-dollar question for modern retail. And the proposal answers it by introducing a core strategic concept.
Which is?
Decision confidence.
Decision confidence. I like that.
Yeah. A local vendor can never beat an online marketplace on catalog breadth. Trying to compete on infinite choice is just a losing game.
Because you literally don't have the square footage.
Right. But furniture is a high consideration purchase. It's expensive, it takes up a lot of physical space in a home, and a family interacts with it every single day.
Yeah, buyers care deeply about testing the density of the cushion.
Or seeing the actual finished quality of the wood under normal lighting, you know?
Right. Understanding the customization options face-to-face and knowing exactly who is going to haul it up their stairs.
Exactly.
You want to run your hand over the fabric. You want to sit on the edge of the mattress and make sure it doesn't sink too much.
Yeah.
You literally can't download that experience.
You can't. And that's how the local store beats the internet by leveraging its physical nature. They offer what the internet fundamentally cannot.
A tactile, touch and feel showroom experience before the credit card is swiped.
Yes. They offer immediate, localized consultation. They provide reliable installation backed by Godrej service channels.
And most importantly, they build decision confidence through real local customer reviews.
Especially the ones featuring before and after setup photos, proving they deliver on their promises right there in Rajahmundry.
Okay, so we know the theory. We know the store's unique advantages are physical space, local proof, and decision confidence. But, theory doesn't pay the rent.
It definitely doesn't.
If I'm trying to win foot traffic as a business owner, my first instinct is usually to just throw money at Facebook or Google ads and hope people show up.
Which is what a lot of people do.
But this proposal takes a highly systematic approach to solving the problem, and they don't even start with ads.
No, they don't, because if you run ads before fixing your digital foundation, you are quite literally burning cash. The proposal starts by addressing a hidden problem, which is algorithmic confusion.
Okay, right. They focus heavily on something called standardizing NAP data, name, address, and phone.
Yes.
They demand that this data be perfectly character for character consistent across Google, Just Dial, Magic Pin, the official store page, and their social profiles.
Right. And to understand why this is step one, you have to think like a machine. NAP consistency isn't really for human customers.
Wait, it's not?
No, it is entirely for Google's algorithm. If Google's crawler sees your store listed at, say, GVS Complex on one site, but GVS Building on another.
Oh, like with the periods in between.
Exactly. Or if a phone number differs by even one digit between Just Dial and Facebook, the algorithm loses confidence that this is a legitimate, stable business.
Oh, wow. And when the algorithm loses confidence,
It drops your local search ranking. Standardizing that data is how you prove to Google that you actually exist.
Okay, so once Google knows you exist, the next problem to solve is proving to the customer that you are worth the drive. Because nobody wants to drive 20 minutes across town to a showroom that looks abandoned or outdated.
Right, which is why the proposal builds a local content engine.
Yeah, and the mechanics they outline here are very specific. They mandate 12 to 16 posts or reels, plus 8 to 12 story sets every single month.
This isn't just about throwing up generic corporate furniture pictures either.
No, they suggest themes like room makeover ideas, compact home storage solutions, mattress education, and local language short videos.
Even staff-assisted showroom tours.
Yeah. I do have to wonder, though, why that specific volume? Like, why exactly 12 to 16 posts?
Well, it hits the algorithmic threshold to show Meta that the page is highly active, which boosts organic reach. But psychologically, it addresses specific buyer hesitations.
Also,
Think about it. Seeing a compact home storage solution specifically speaks to a buyer living in a smaller apartment who might think Godrej only sells massive, expensive items.
right.
And a staff-assisted tour video removes the intimidation factor of walking into a premium showroom. It just makes the space feel accessible.
Makes sense. And to supercharge that accessibility, they introduce what is basically a localized social proof factory.
Yes, the WhatsApp strategy.
The proposal outlines a systematic approach where every single time a customer receives a delivery, they get an immediate WhatsApp follow-up.
It's so smart.
That message asks for a Google review, a photo upload of the furniture in their actual living room, and a referral.
That mechanism is brilliant because it manufactures word of mouth. Instead of hoping a happy customer remembers to leave a review weeks later, you capture them at the moment of highest delight.
Right when the new sofa is set up and looking perfect.
Exactly. That fresh, local photo on your Google business profile is worth 100 polished corporate catalog images.
Okay, so the foundation is fixed, the showroom looks inviting online, and local reviews are trickling in. Now the proposal says it's time to pour gas on the fire with paid campaigns.
Finally, we get to the ads.
Yeah. They recommend a multi-layered approach, starting with Google search ads for high-intent keywords. We're talking about phrases people type when they practically have their credit card in hand.
Like wardrobes Rajamundry.
Exactly. Or a sofa showroom near me. Or office chair shop Rajamundry.
Then they layer on meta-led and traffic campaigns, which, operate differently.
Right, how so?
Meta ads are for disruption. They geo-target specifically to Rajamundry and nearby catchment areas to essentially interrupt someone's scrolling with showroom visit prompts and festival promotions.
Okay, so catching them while they're just hanging out online.
Right, and you combine that with a remarketing layer, which targets the people who engaged with your ads or searched for furniture but didn't actually reach out.
But here's the rule in the proposal that really caught my eye, regarding how they actually measure success. It dictates that every single campaign must push one of 4 specific actions.
Very strict rule.
Yeah. A showroom visit, a WhatsApp inquiry, a catalog request, or a booked consultation. Period.
Yeah.
No generic branding ads allowed.
Which is a vital rule for local economics. A single location franchise cannot afford to spend money just for brand awareness. Leave that to the national corporate budget.
Right. They have millions for that.
Exactly. Every single rupee spent locally has to ask the customer to take a measurable, trackable step toward a physical purchase.
So what does this all mean for the modern consumer? Because I'm going to push back on something that kept popping up throughout all these steps. The heavy, almost obsessive reliance on WhatsApp.
It is everywhere in the proposal.
They want WhatsApp lead capture, WhatsApp click ads, WhatsApp follow-ups. Is a platform that was originally designed for texting your friends and family, really the ultimate closing tool for high-ticket furniture sales.
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, It really reflects a massive permanent shift in consumer behavior. WhatsApp has become the ultimate bridge between digital discovery and a physical showroom visit
Why WhatsApp specifically, though?
because it entirely removes friction.
And friction is the enemy of retail.
Precisely. Think about the old way. A customer had to fill out a clunky web form and then wait 24 hours for a generic email.
This the worst.
Or they had to commit to making a phone call, which people increasingly hate doing. Or even worse, they had to drive down to the GVS complex just to see if a specific chair was even in stock.
And WhatsApp bypasses all of that.
It does. A customer can literally snap a photo of their empty living room space, send it to the store's WhatsApp number, and get a personalized short list of sofas back in minutes.
Oh, wow. It's like having a salesperson right in your pocket before you ever walk through the glass doors. It lowers the barrier to entry while keeping the interaction highly personal and deeply local.
Yes. It offers immediate, low-stakes consultation. The customer feels entirely in control, yet they are engaging directly with the sales team.
The strategy makes perfect sense. But, a strategy is only as good as its viability for a local business. We have to transition from the tactical what to do to the financial what it costs.
The bottom line.
Right. Does this actually make business sense for a single location retail store? Because local margins aren't infinite. If you're a small business owner listening to this, you know that every marketing dollar comes directly out of your own pocket.
Absolutely. And the proposal is very transparent about the financials. It lays out specific market rate pricing tiers for executing this in a tier 2 Indian city like Rajahmundry.
Yeah, I have the tiers right here. You can do a basic Google-only local visibility package for 8,000 to 12,000 rupees a month. Or you can go all the way up to a premium full funnel package for 45,000 to 75,000 rupees.
But the proposal specifically recommends a mid-level option for this Godrej Interio location.
Right. They're suggesting an agency monthly retainer of around 22,000 to 30,000 rupees.
And just to clarify, that retainer covers the human labor. That pays the agency or the freelancer for managing the Google business profile, running that systematic review growth loop on WhatsApp we talked about.
Creating all the social content?
Yeah, those 12 to 16 posts and reels, and actively managing the ad campaigns.
But that doesn't include the actual money given to Google and Meta to display the ads, right?
No, ad spend is entirely separate. The proposal recommends a starting paid media budget of 18,000 to 35,000 rupees per month. Yeah. That breaks down to roughly 8,000 to 15,000 for Google ads and 10,000 to 20,000 for Meta ads.
So if we add the retainer and the ad spend together, we are looking at a combined monthly budget of around 40,000 to 65,000 rupees.
Correct.
Now, if you're a small business owner listening, hearing 65,000 rupees a month as a new overhead expense might make your stomach drop a bit. Let me play devil's advocate again here.
Yep.
Is that really enough to fight the giants? I mean, fending off massive online marketplaces with bottomless venture capital and fighting established local rivals like Damro, who already have dozens of reviews, is 65,000 rupees a month going to move the needle, or is it just a drop in the ocean?
This raises a really important question about how digital advertising actually functions at the local level compared to traditional media. And the answer is yes, it is enough.
Really?
Yeah, because the marketing is hyper-localized.
Explain that. Because 65,000 won't even buy a decent billboard for a month in many cities.
True, but think about buying a billboard or a newspaper ad. You are paying to reach hundreds of thousands of people, just hoping that maybe 10 of them happen to be looking for a sofa that week.
Right, it's incredibly inefficient.
Digital micro-targeting flips that entirely. You aren't casting a wide net in the ocean, you are fishing in a barrel. You are geo-targeting a microscopic geographic radius strictly around Ayapanagar and the very specific nearby catchment areas.
So you are basically only paying to talk to your neighbors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on Google, it gets even more efficient. You are only spending money when someone in that tight radius types a high-intent phrase like office chair shop Rajahmundry.
Wow, okay.
You are intercepting an active buyer at the exact moment they are looking to spend money. When you constrain your geography and focus purely on high-intent search terms, a 65,000 rupee budget becomes a laser-guided tool.
And the proposal outlines exactly what the store should expect to see for that investment within a 90-day window. Improved Google profile views, better review recency.
Meaning fresh reviews from this month, not just ones from 3 years ago.
Right, exactly. Stronger local brand recall. And the ultimate metric, highly qualified showroom visits from nearby households, new home buyers, and office buyers.
Because when a family in Rajamundry is planning a major furniture upgrade, they are going to search locally.
Yeah.
If your Google profile is perfectly optimized, your showroom photos are fresh, your reviews are glowing with customer photos, and you answer their questions instantly on WhatsApp, you win that foot traffic.
Regardless of how big the online catalog is. It really is a masterclass in modern local survival. So to summarize the core lesson you should take away from this digital marketing proposal, having a massive, nationally trusted brand foundation is incredible. It is a huge advantage.
A massive head start.
But it is practically useless for generating foot traffic if a local customer cannot instantly confirm that the specific store down the street is open, trustworthy, well-stocked, and ready to help them right now on their phone.
The national brand gets you considered. The flawless local execution gets you paid.
Perfectly said. We often get so caught up in the narrative of global e-commerce, drone deliveries, and endless digital catalogs. But the reality is the real battleground for high-value, high-consideration purchases is still fiercely local.
It really is.
It is still about trust, sensory experience, convenience, and after-sales confidence right there at the city level.
And that leaves us with a lingering thought for you to consider as you look at the retail landscape. If a single localized brick-and-mortar store can effectively siphon high-ticket sales away from limitless online marketplaces simply by optimizing a Google business profile, posting local photos, and responding quickly on WhatsApp, what does that tell us about the actual fragility of the e-commerce is king narrative?
Oh, wow. It makes you realize that maybe the physical storefront isn't bringing a knife to a laser fight after all.
Maybe not.
Maybe, just maybe, when it comes to the things we actually live with, we all just want to walk through a real door. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.